99X. It's the Morning X. Barnes and Leslie, avid soccer fans here. Wink, wink. I mean, we've talked about it for years, have we not?
Well, I do love soccer on television.
It's Fram. It's not even the elephant in the room, but I am in the minority. We are in the minority. I know that, which is why we're having our next guest on. But first, the announcer from the Atlanta United happens to work here. So I thought I got Steve to record an intro.
Oh, fantastic.
For our guests. So when I hit this little button, it'll be like we're in game. Let's do it.
And now, the team captain for your Atlanta United! Goalkeeper number 1, Brad Guzan.
Brad Guzan, welcome to the Morning X. How are you, sir?
Good morning, guys. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing very good. But before we get too deep, I want to know, do you listen to 99X?
I'm going to be honest. The answer is no, and only because with 4 kids, Kids Bop Radio is on in my car quite regularly, so I have to apologize. But yeah,
we get
the kids
it.
take over.
Hold on. This is the best possible answer because I don't go to soccer matches.
But my question now is one is why, because that seems quite silly. But then 2, tell me what reason the sport is putting you off.
Okay, now your reason for not listening because you have kids. I could go low and try to do the low hanging fruit and say that, but I'm just going to be honest, Brad. Keep your goal, my friend. That I don't get it. And this is not a diss to soccer. This is a diss to me.
But what don't you get? What don't you get? What don't you get?
To me, it's like I look at it, and this is what I see from a macro view. A bunch of people running around and a lot of noise, but nothing happening. Now, the nothing happening is because of me, not because of what's on the field, because I could never play soccer. I would suck.
But what? Okay, let me rephrase this. And there's a time limit on the game.
Yeah.
There's pyrotechnics, obviously tons of noise, intensity, passion. That's just coming from the fan base, from the other follower fans that are in the stadium with you.
I get it.
And then on top of that, you have, but you just said you don't get it.
No, I get that
so you
part.
can't say you get it and don't get it.
I get that the place is full. That's what I'm saying is I get that the love is there. Like, I get that. I guess maybe I don't understand it. Maybe when I look at it.
I think that's part of it. I think you should go to a game, because I've been to a big soccer game before here.
Well, they're sold out.
It's exciting.
Like, yeah. And I don't want
to. You've got a connection to some tickets. We need to get you out, and we're gonna. The goal of 2024 is to have you fall in love with the beautiful game of soccer. Most popular sport in the world.
I will say, just because you're right here, I feel like you're a cool dude, and like it makes me curious now to go watch you work. So I know you guys have a big. Do you say match? Match? You have a big match?
Correct.
Okay, Chicago Fire. So you're playing against a TV show this Sunday at the Mercedes, as Queen would say, at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Everyone should go March 31st this Sunday. That's Easter at 3:30, so you can get all your Easter stuff done. And get out to the match.
That's right, and including yourself.
Do you have like special seats?
I'm sure we could work something out. You got
to bring in the Barnesology there. Well, I do have a question because you mentioned your beautiful family, Brad. Your kids, are they into soccer or other sports?
They are. Yeah, they certainly keep us busy. My wife and I, they keep us busy with soccer, with baseball, softball, dance. You name it, they're probably doing it. So. In the afternoons, I become a glorified Uber driver and shuttling them around from event to event.
Well, let's get some fans in because I know they want to talk to you and they'll help convince to get us all down there. Let's go to the Morning X phones. If you have a question for Brad, 470-741-4999.
Good morning, Morning X. Who's this?
Good morning. This is Tiffany. How are you?
Tiffany, you realize you're talking to the one and only Goose.
Okay, Fram's into it now. I like that.
This is such an honor to speak with you, our captain, our MLS Cup champion this morning. Hi, Brad. How are you?
Doing well. Good morning.
Good morning. My question for you is, you've been with Atlanta United since 2017, since the beginning. What has been the most surprising thing that you've seen or experienced during the past 7 seasons with the team?
Great question. I would say the most surprising probably would be just the love that the city has for the team. And that's only because we were an expansion team in 2017, meaning there was nothing to build upon. It was all fresh. It was all new. And to see the support from day one to where we are now, it's been phenomenal. And that doesn't happen regularly in Major League Soccer. And so to be a part of Atlanta United, it's a huge privilege to not only wear the jersey, but to represent this city.
Thanks, Tiffany. Appreciate you calling in, and thanks for listening.
No problem. Y'all have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Do people on the street, when you walk by, start doing the goo? Do they do that all the time?
Not all the time. But, there's been a time or two. But for the most part, it's all good fun. And normally, like I said, I'm chasing after kids or running from one place to the other.
Morning X. Who is this?
This is Crystal Mendoza. How are you?
Hi, Crystal. Hey, Steve Craig, big-time announcer at Atlanta United. Tell her who she's on the line with, please.
Goalkeeper number 1, Brad Guzan.
Woohoo! Awesome. So excited to be able to ask you a question, Brad, and so excited to see you guys play this weekend. My question for you is, what is your most memorable moment as a soccer player?
My most memorable moment, I think, would have to be MLS Cup, the championship, playing at home, being a part of that atmosphere, being involved in that game, to lift the trophy, to then be a part of the parade around the city. Fantastic memories, and one, memory that I'll certainly cherish for the rest of my life.
Thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That's got to be wild, hoisting a trophy. What's the trophy in, your mind from when you were a kid that you go to, fantasy-wise, when you're actually doing it?
I mean, when growing up as a kid, I'm from Chicago, and so watching Michael Jordan do the double three-peat and raising those trophies and seeing the parades in Chicago as a kid, and then to be a part of that here in Atlanta, it was a surreal moment. You're almost out-of-body experience type of moment. And, it was one that certainly, as a kid, you have flashbacks to just pretending in the backyard what it's like to be the champion and whatnot. And then to live that moment was unbelievable.
Morning X, who's this?
Hi, my name's Jeff in Kennesaw.
Hey, man, what question do you have for Brad Guzan? He's right here.
Hey, Brad, first off, thanks so much for everything you've done for the club. We really appreciate it. But kind of a quick, multifaceted question. When you look around, not necessarily, just here in MLS, but the soccer world as a whole, how do you feel the state or maybe future of goalkeeping looks? And to that end, what young goalkeeper that you've seen impresses you the most and why?
Good morning. First of all, hope all is well. Thank you for your question. And, I think when you look at the sport of soccer and how much it has evolved over the years, especially then the position of goalkeeper, whether it's down to tactics, whether it's down to being connected to the rest of the team, back in the day, the goalkeeper was just looked upon as someone to save the ball and try and keep the ball out of the back of the net. They're now looked at as a vital piece of starting attacks and keeping possession for their team and using their feet to be able to play out of the back. And so I think the position itself has certainly evolved. And when you have that, it just means more work on the training field to constantly get better in every aspect of the game and every aspect of the position and hopefully make the team better.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Brad, just one quick question. I mean, knowing or would like to know maybe who your real life inspiration was, but do you think Roy Kent is the greatest soccer player of all time?
I think that TV program certainly took the world by storm. And when you watch those episodes, you see obviously Roy Kent, you see everyone that was involved with that program. I think it was able to shine a light on the game of soccer, but also just the feel-good factor that it brought to families, to individuals. I think it was pretty special what Ted Lasso was able to do, and almost from a gimmick standpoint, but it certainly worked. And again, I think it created a few more soccer fans out of individuals that maybe weren't soccer fans beforehand.
Absolutely.
Well, Brad, so cool to have you on. Now we have to start working on our relationship. So I know you have to go to practice, but I expect a little bit of 99X listening, and then
we'd love to have you back on.
And I'm facing my body now towards Mercedes-Benz. The best part is that you are the goalkeeper, because I think I will focus on you knowing where you are and not lose track.
Perfect. I certainly am not doing a lot of running, so that's part of the benefit of being a goalkeeper.
Are you going to put like a folding chair for me, like right behind the net, so I can help you if you need, say someone's coming or the ball's coming, whatever? Okay,
yeah, love
perfect.
that. I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to security.
All right, Brad, good luck this weekend. The Atlanta United taking on Chicago Fire FC this Sunday. It's going to be 3:30, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Brad Guzan, pleasure to meet you, and thank you for coming on the Morning X.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Have a great day, dude. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
The Morning X with Barnes and Leslie. 99X.